There are a number of letters in the Hebrew alphabet or alphabet that can be easily confused, especially as you are learning how to read. I want to point out some of the differences between these easily confused letters so that you can keep your eye open. Notice the bait and the kaf look very similar. The bait, however, has a little tick over on the right, where the kaf is smooth all the way around. You can think of the kaf as kind of a backwards C. The gimel and the nun can be mistaken for one another as you are getting to know the alphabet. Notice that the gimel has this little sort of V on the bottom, whereas the nun is totally flat. The dalet can be distinguished from the resh by the fact that there's a sharp corner on the dalet, whereas with the resh, it is a very smooth corner. The hey and the chet look very similar, but the hey has a gap between the left-hand stroke and the top stroke, whereas the chet is seamless all the way to the top. The difference between the vav and the zayin is that the zayin has a little tick that goes off to the right. The final kaf and the final nun can be distinguished by the fact that the final kaf has a much longer cross stroke at the top. For distinguishing the ayin and the tzadi, I usually think of it as the ayin is sort of sitting down. You can see the little curve over, whereas the tzadi is more like somebody kneeling. The only thing that marks off the sin and the sheen is the position of the little dot on top. So the sin has the dot on the left hand side, whereas the sheen has it on the right. And if you can keep this in mind, you can begin to distinguish between these easily confused letters.